chosen.
In this episode of Austin Steinbart Fireside Chat 6.0 on the We Have More Than We Know channel, Austin describes the challenge of teaching programmers to code for the quantum language in quantum computing. I posit that this is where we get the term Q plus from. I'll go ahead and play the clip.
They were literally going to have to reteach all the IT people how to code and how to think about computing from the ground up. If they ever want there to be widespread adoption. So Microsoft had quantum computers, had code, they call it like Q++, where I could literally just log in and be programming one of Microsoft's quantum computers and just using it and having all the documentation and resources. Not sure why they shut that down, but they shut that down like a year ago.
To me, that programming sounds a bit analogous to C++. The Q++ he mentions has its own reality. Here we have Q and the hashtag considered sharp. Q sharp is a domain-specific programming language used for expressing quantum algorithms. It is used for writing subroutines that execute on an adjunct quantum processor under the control of a classical host program and computer.
So you were okay.
But it was only for partners. It was only for like people who were like established Microsoft partners, like selling their software, doing the stuff. And like I said, it was just because they realized that if they ever want this to like be adopted on a widespread scale, that they have to like essentially reteach all the computer experts how to use computers from the ground up.
So I mean,
it's like that big of a paradigm shift
to get into, right? Like, if you
I mean, if you're a kid now growing up, that's a hell of a field to get into. It's really you got to have like you're really amazing at math and logic to like kind of understand how that works.
Right.
But if you're a smart cookie child out there today, definitely a great up and coming field to get into.
Space Force has a spot for them.
Well, yeah, not just Space Force. Space Force is going to be facilitating the quantum internet, but like there's going to be banks when they run every bit of security is going to have to move to a quantum algorithm.
One interesting thing I've noticed in my Q plus investigation is that QAnon Michael, apparently this guy got suspended. This is important because QAnon Michael also got Q'd, so this suggests that at least at this point, Q doesn't have full control of Twitter. The question I have for Austin Steinbart is regarding the voices, that is Q plus versus Q. There are a number of posts on the Q boards that are authored by Q plus. I'm thinking these reflect two different personalities. I'm not sure if this is an alter ego of one person. I'll scroll through these Q plus posts and you may see what I'm talking about. So the first post was February 18th, 2018, where a verse is quoted. The initial posts for the first 4 months are similar in character. I think it begins right around here in late April. Okay, so we have the next phase will bring justice, all caps. Then this post we have WWGE 1 WGA. Then emphasis on words selfless and freedom. Going to May, we have Sky Event. Okay, when we get to June of 2018, we have Godspeed one and all. Big things coming, folks. Okay, now once we get to mid-June, there's a character change. So June 20th, now that's what I call a VIP with exclamation mark. Here he has the usual WW1, but there's exclamation mark here. Another exclamation mark, fight for what is right, fight for freedom, be proud. In all caps, they never thought she would lose. Now they all lose. August 2018. Everything's in all caps. We the people, exclamation mark. So starting about June of 2018, more exclamation marks were used in posts by Q+. So you get the idea, this is like an energetic, rowdy type of character, very extroverted type. Going to the September 8th post, we have more explanation. In this case, more all caps. We stand together as patriots, where we go one, we go all, home of the brave. So there's an emotional tone in having everything as all caps. September 30th, 2018, all caps again, and also exclamation mark. Stay tuned and watch, exclamation. September 28th, 2018, all caps for the entire post, and exclamation. Congratulations, Justice K. We have this interesting pattern here where we have some all caps and exclamation with 3 exclamation points. And then we have Q plus inside 3 parentheses and then Q. So I'm not sure if this is a code with the 3 exclamation points and the 3 parentheses with Q plus and Q. Now it would seem that Q is referencing something Q plus said, but I don't understand the format of the 3 parentheses. And this is the first time for a Q plus post there were 3 exclamation marks. Scrolling up, November 7, 2018, we have another series of exclamation marks, and in this case Q plus is saying thank you for your service to various people. This part is a bit odd to me. If this is Austin Steinbart from the future, I'm not sure what additional relevance these individuals from this time period would have to him. It could be looked at as some sort of inside joke where he's giving homage to people in the past at their own time, and they don't really know it's someone from the future. November 7, 2018, same thing. Thank you for your service to our country, Mr. Jeff Sessions. December 7, 2018, we have a Q0 equals Q plus, and Q is at the bottom, suggesting that Q is the author of this post, saying that Q naught or Q0 equals Q plus. So as far as the Austin Steinbart revelations, the December 7th, 2018 post is very important in discerning the difference between Q and Q plus. Some anons had uncovered that Q naught was a numerical designation for a plane on flight radar. This clarification is further in the next post for December 10th, 2018. You have AF1 code change leads to Q naught leads to Q plus. This furthered the notion in the minds of many anons, as well as the numerous time code proofs, that Q plus is supposed to represent President Trump, because President Trump is associated with AF1, which is Air Force One. We have December 19, 2018, D-Day Patriots, we will have our country back, exclamation point, Q plus. In this section of posts under the designation Q plus, I thought these back-to-back posts were somewhat interesting. So this is the February 17, 2019 post compared to the December 19, 2018 post. So in the older post, he says D-Day Patriots, we will have our country back. In the very next post, you have a reference post of 20 Delta Gaius 2. There's a theory in the Q community that everything is offset by 2 years. So this post, December 19, 2018, is actually representing an event that will happen December 19, 2020. So apparently, if that's the case, some point 8 or so months from now, we'll have another D-Day. And again, then at that point, we'll get our country back. And by that, I mean the United States. And then February 17, 2019, we have a post, "We love our memes, don't we, folks?" by Q+. This is a very, I would say, folksy way of talking. So Anon's trying to vet Steinbart, may want to compare his speaking style to see if that matches with the character of this particular quote. February 24th, 2019, we have another very extroverted sounding post with all caps, "Returning power to the people, Q+. And March 12th, 2019, we have a series of YouTube links. March 14, 2019, very sad to see Germany pulling the strings of the UK, exclamation point. March 14th, the same day, United States is with you in all caps. July 8th, 2019, "We are with you, exclamation point. And then December 19, 2019, I can't pull up this Twitter post anymore because the person was suspended. But it says, "Thank you," exclamation point. So again, since April 2018, the emotional tone of all of these Q+ posts appear to have increased. For comparison with Q, we have a post here, March 9th, 2020. We have "Where we go one, we go all" with 3 exclamation points. So the regular Q designation also has some posts with increased emotional tone. February 25th, 2020, "These people are sick," exclamation point. I cannot say that there is something significantly different about the Q+ posts compared to the Q posts, except I can say for the most part, the Q posts without the plus designation tend to not use exclamation points as much. This would suggest 2 separate voices. Now, I'm not sure if this is feigned. This could be Austin in the future basically trying to show 2 different personalities in Q and Q+, though he's originally Q+. Anyways, I just wanted to express that thought. If you managed to get through all of this, thanks for watching.